Mr. Sadanand Gowdaji, Mr. Ranjit Kumar, my esteemed friend and my classmate, our respected President Dushyant Daveji, Madam Aishwarya Bhati, the office bearers of the SCBA, the executive committee members of the SCBA, senior advocates Mr. Surabji, Mr. P.P. Rao, Mr. Tushamani, Mr. P.P. Malhotra, and our esteemed and lovable past president, Mr. P.H. Parekh, Mr. Shivaji Jadhav, Mr. Suryakant, Mr. Vipin Nair, and all the office bearers of the Advocate on Record Association, my friends from the fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. Before I speak to you, let me wish you all a very warm welcome and a happy Independence Day. Even though in the address I'm supposed to welcome you, but I will seek a little indulgence and liberty to speak my heart out on certain issues which I feel is not only close to my heart, but also to my fraternity and to the entire judiciary for that matter. Sir, it is the 69th year that we got independence and we are celebrating it today with all the pomp and joy. In the morning we had heard our respected and lovable Prime Minister speaking from the Red Fort. No doubt he spoke on many issues, but something which really interested me was on the reference to law and the institution. Definitely I'll make a little passing comment on that. But one thing I must share with you, definitely we are required to draw the balance sheet. In the morning, Prime Minister has done the balance sheet for this country, what he proposed to do it. I expect the Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Law Minister to also draw the balance sheet of the area of our concern, namely justice and justice delivery system. We expect both the Chief Justice and the Honorable Law Minister to definitely tell us as to what is the future course of action, because they are the driving force. One thing I must tell you, that for me it is the 37th year in this court. I have been here for the last 37 years. I have seen the growth, the decline of this court, and sometimes it pains me and sometimes I feel, yes, we are really marching towards the right area. What is of concern to us? We talk about the independence on every 15th of August. We talk about our past. We talk about the freedom struggle. But nobody talks about the freedom of this great organ, namely the judiciary, and the independence of the judiciary. Last time, on this occasion, I spoke about the freedom and independence of the judiciary. lot of eyebrows were raised when I made certain points. It was commented upon, and in the corridor some people also praised the way we put our point before the public. When we talk about judiciary, its independence, we not only talk about the independence of the judges, but we also talk about the other things. Freedom, which is somewhat similar to the independence. Did we really achieve the freedom what we had anticipated when we attained freedom for this country? Freedom from fear, freedom from poverty, freedom from other areas which are of great concern to us. I am not going to talk about the poverty. I am not going to talk about the other areas which was in fact dealt from the Red Fort today. I am more concerned about the freedom of this great institution. When we talk about the freedom, we also wish to remind us that a lawyer, or for that matter, anybody in the institution can function without any fear if he has all the facilities, infrastructure made available to him. Not only that, in the justice delivery system, it is not, we can always say, we can take pride that we have been able to deliver justice to the expectation of the people. But what is important is the delay in the justice delivery system, which is of very great concern. I don't blame the judges, they have been doing an excellent job. The government has also been doing their best. But where did we fault? I feel it is the mindset of the people in the society which has, because as we say, we Indians have the attitude of chalta hai. That is in fact has virtually ruined the society. We don't take responsibility to what we do. And we don't even care as to what is happening to our fellow brothers. So the mindset has to change, which has to come within. What I wish to emphasize here, that when we talk about the speedy justice delivery system, I would expect the law minister to definitely address on this system, because the courts are there, but they are without judges. We don't have a system in which within a span of say a year or two, judgments are delivered, or at least a person who comes and seeks justice is told, this is your position, this is the legal position. And normally I have found one thing, that people feel satisfied even at the lowest rung if their grievances have been properly addressed. The problem comes only when the grievances are not properly addressed. Anyway, there is a legal process in which we travel through from the district court right up to the apex court. Two of the issues on which I would like to emphasize, on which I expect the law minister to help us, the Chief Justice to guide us. One is the Lok Adalat system. The other is the mediation. It is my opinion that out of the 100 cases which are litigated, 70 cases could be handled either through Lok Adalat or through mediation. Mediation has become a very strong force, because we try to do that at earlier point of time. Because of certain tactical reason, we could not achieve the result which we expected. But of late, after seeing what is happening in the Delhi High Court in the mediation center, even now as we find in the Supreme Court, most of the matrimonial matters, the judges do refer the matter for mediation, and I think that is toward the right direction. And as far as the matters relating to motor vehicle, land acquisition and the others, I think they could all be sorted and could be solved through the Lok Adalat system. We expect the Law Minister to say something on this, and also expect the Chief Justice. I don't wish to take more time because I know the time given to me is only 3.5 minutes. I have taken more than 4 minutes, even though it was only a welcome. I'm not supposed to give a welcome address. But I wanted to speak my heart out. Maybe I would have spoken for at least more than 45 minutes. It's only the agony and it is the pain which we all share together. And with this, I once again welcome you all and wish you a very, very happy Independence Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shekhar sir. You remain the opening batsman of the SCBA-EC team. May I now request the Solicitor General for India, Mr. Ranjit Kumar, to please give his address.
My Lord the Chief Justice, my honorable judges of the court, Mr. Gowda, the Law Minister, my esteemed colleagues, elder and younger members of the bar, I'll be very short, but I have not had any time to really prepare something. We are gathered here to honor the great leaders of the nation who won this country its independence. I don't think it's a time where we should really be making any grievances when we are celebrating our independence. We are the proud inheritors of their legacy, and we must strive hard to keep the dreams for us and their belief in India alive. I somehow feel that when we speak of rights of persons, the right, the freedom and the right which I have must end where the freedom or right of the other person starts. But we find here that this freedom is being exploited in the name of democracy. And there is definitely an exploitation of democracy which we must seek to control, and that is something which we can achieve if we all think together, and there should not be a one-upmanship that we find, that everybody thinks that he is above the other. That is something which can bring about this coherence and coexistence of persons. As lawyers, we have a great responsibility that it is our duty to ensure that our country treads the path laid down in the Constitution, and to ensure that we always remain a nation of the people, for the people and by the people. It is our duty to ensure that the rule of law remains the edifice of all state actions, and that common man has a say in the way the nation is run. His right to live with dignity remains paramount. We must not only cherish our independence, freedom and democracy, but also do our bit to safeguard it as our lawyers. As citizens, we must take pride in our culture, our diversity, and proudly strive forward in mission as one. We may be composed of